All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is April 24th, 2024. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up. All right, let's go take a look at some charts, okay? SPY, let's start with the daily chart. All right, nice clean. Let's start with some clean ones without anything on it. All right. So here we are with SPY. Price action for today, higher low. Believe it or not, higher high. Okay? Higher low, higher high. Closing over the bearish trap, but under the 17 EMA. Okay, so SPY, price action for today on the 10-minute chart. Okay, so SPY pulled back, and guess what? Made a higher low right there. See the low here? Made a higher low. Okay, but here's the caveat. We made a lower high right there. But something else is happening. On the 1 hour chart, we have a pivot at 505. Okay, so we have a pivot which is right about here. Let me crank this up. Okay, so right there at 505, that's our pivot. Now you notice price came through the pivot, came back, tested it. See the price action today? We gapped up, came through the pivot, came back, tested it. And it looked like it was going to be all over for the bulls for a while. They came down, they hit some support, and then guess what? They did an MMRP. Okay, so then they ripped right back through the resistance. Okay, because we were underneath it, so that makes this resistance. So we ripped through the resistance, came back and tested it, and it held. And then what we got is a 1 hour MMRP. All right, so we'll take the 65-minute chart. Here's your rip, pull back to support, first price action candle. All right, then we're looking for 3 more or 2 more with higher lows and higher highs. Okay, each one making higher lows and higher highs. So there's the bullish 1 hour MMRP or 65-minute. Okay, you can see price coming down and they rip and reverse it. Okay, on SPY. So where's the pivot going to be for tomorrow? Probably going to stay the same right at 505. Okay, they kind of told us right here and right here that was the important number. You know what? I might move it right there. 504.30. Okay, that's the pivot for tomorrow. About 504.30. Okay, so above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. So there's SPY. Okay, that's the 10-minute. There's the pivot, 504.30 for tomorrow. All right, so we made a higher low. Okay, and guess what? We possibly made another higher low right here, and we'll wait for them to finish the move. All right, so we'll see what happens. So some of the guys report tonight, so we'll see what it's going to do. See what it does when it hits the pivot. I bet it reverses. Yeah. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go to QQQ. All right, so here's QQQ. Let's pick it up on the daily chart. All right, so QQQ, higher low, higher high, closing inside the bearish trap, but underneath the 17 EMA. QQQ fighting off the downtrend. And by the way, all of the indices are still in a downtrend. Pretty sure. I haven't checked them all out, but last time I checked. Okay, so this is today's candle. All right. So what do we got? Low here, 382.91. Low here, 383.02. Higher low. And a high here, 385.59. 385.47. So inside day. Diamond Dow puts in an inside day with higher low, lower high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. There's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at IWM. All right, so here's IWM. Today's price action looks like the same thing. Inside day, higher low, lower high, closing over the bearish cross, over the bullish. That's a bullish cross, okay, but underneath the falling 17 EMA. So there's IWM. Let's take a look at FNGU. On the daily chart, got a higher low, higher high, closing inside the bearish trap under the falling 17 EMA. There's FNGU. All right, let's take a look at our technicals, and we'll come back to the daily chart. Technicals, okay, had us falling out of the buyer's chop zone into the seller's chop zone. Okay, on the bigger picture, we made a higher low. On the bigger picture. On the smaller picture, we actually made a lower low. Okay, but then from there, on the smaller picture, we made a higher low there. Little higher high over that little thing right there. Move that out of the way. Got a little peak right there. Made a higher high. Came back, made another higher low. Did a little double bottom right there. And found themselves working on the midpoint right here to get bullish right there. So as we end the day, we are in the buyer's chop zone over the midpoint. There's T21.22. T21.23. Okay, a little red green action, and then a sell off, and then a rip, making a higher low, and then another rip. Okay, so red and then green reversal. 3-bar chart, okay, still hovering like a drone, okay, on top of this rising 200 SMA right there. Okay, looking like a hockey stick, not liking it at all. I'd like to see the V-bottom bounce, not getting it, so we're getting the hockey stick. Does that mean we have another leg down? I don't know. All right, but I'd like to see some signs of bullishness. Right now, it looks like the bears own the day. All right, so T21.23. All right, this was the prior all-time high. These are the new all-time highs right there, just recently. That's the prior all-time high, and we're pulling back to the rising 200 with a hockey stick price action. Not liking that. I like it when it's a V-bottom, it comes down and it rips back up. All right, so maybe another leg down. I don't know. Maybe we're coming down to test 480 on SPY. Not sure. We'll see what happens, okay? Don't forget tomorrow. Oh, gosh, don't like that candle. Don't forget tomorrow we have GDP is going to report 8:30 in the morning before the market opens. All right, so here's FNGU, all right? So we ripped up. You can see they slapped the falling 200 right there on the 15-minute chart, ran into it, came back, found support here on the base. This would be the base, all of this price action right here. Found support on the base, went back up, tested VWAP, made a higher low, came back up to VWAP, couldn't transition over VWAP all day. All right, and then we got this horrendous candle, which is just going to say it's not pretty. All right, so let's go back to the charts. Let's take a look at SLV. Okay, so here's our precious metals. All right, so SLV looking like an inside day. High 2504, high 2505. Okay. It creeped out a penny, all right? So higher low, higher high, closing under the bearish trap and under the 17 EMA on SLV. GLD. All right, GLD, yeah. GLD got a higher low, higher high, closing under the bearish trap, under the 17 EMA. Still in an uptrend, okay? So precious metals still in an uptrend. They're not going to be in a downtrend until they break this low right here. Okay, they didn't put any consolidation in. So they got all the way back here before they make a lower low. So there's GLD. All right, let's take a look at USO. That's crude oil petroleum. Not till we break this low will we be in a downtrend. But if they come back up here, set a lower high, and then break below this low, that could be a different story. Right now, we're looking at a little double top. It's still in an uptrend until it breaks this low right here. All right, so USO, yes, today's price action looks like we got a higher low and a higher high. Closing inside the bearish trap under the 17 EMA, just barely under it. So there's USO. UNG fell out of bed again. Nothing new here. Okay, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish cross, underneath the falling 17, still in a downtrend. Won't be in an uptrend till we get over these highs right here at $16. Okay, it's either that or we got to make a new high and break over this candle right here. Okay, so long ways to go for UNG. Still in a downtrend with the big hockey stick flag, big bear flag there. Long draping flag. All right, so let's take a look at SMH. All right, here's SMH in a downtrend because we broke this low, made a lower low. It's in a downtrend. Fighting off the downtrend, making a higher high and a higher low, but closing inside the bearish trap underneath the falling 17 EMA. So that's our semiconductor index right there. See that? Semiconductors in a downtrend. Okay, XLK. This is technology, which usually leads all of our rallies. Most of our rallies, initiates them. Okay, so we got a low here, making a lower low. We are in a downtrend here on XLK. All right, so today's price action, trying to fight off that downtrend. Higher low, higher high, closing. Again, sounds like I'm repeating myself, a little deja vu, inside the bearish trap under the falling 17 EMA. Let's take a look at XLF. It's our financials. Okay, financials, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap, over a wavy 17 EMA there. Notice that's over the midpoint of the pullback. So financials are getting stuff done, and they're trying to rewrite history here. So XLF looking bullish. All right. Out of all the sectors, XLF is looking good. IYT. These are our transports. All right. Just when I thought we had hope, here comes today's candle. Lower high, lower low. What kind of price action is this? Lower high, lower low, closing below, making another lower low. See that wick, that tail down there? Notice we made a lower low, so still in a downtrend. Okay, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap under, well, it's looking like a falling 17 EMA there. We might be visiting 480. I don't know. Unless these guys can get it together. We're right on minor support here. Come on, people. All right, so there's transports. We did financials. Financials in an uptrend. Semiconductors downtrend. Technology downtrend. Okay. Transports downtrend. Semiconductors downtrend, if I didn't say it already. Financials uptrend. So that's what we got so far. All right. Tomorrow's GDP, 8:30 in the morning. All right. So everybody keep your head on a swivel. We're going to probably wait for things to shake out. All right. They're probably going to rip it one way and then rip it the other way. Might not get a trade till maybe 12:30. We'll see what happens. All right. All right, so I want to thank everybody for being here today. All right, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Everybody out there in video land, thank you for your subscription. Really appreciate that. Love the kind comments. All right, I like the participation. Again, if you're out there in video land or if you're in my room, I don't know your trading level or your experience. Please engage, ask questions so that I can help you. All right? That's all I can say. Please ask questions. That's the only way I can help you because I don't know everyone's experience level. But I will explain what I see when I see it, and I will share it with you. All right. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Mel, Lorene, Try Baby, T. Meta had a big drop. Yeah, it's not good for tomorrow. Back to 500, it sounds like. All right, traders, until tomorrow, everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you.